Hey, good afternoon. It's Dave Britton here with Lobo Business Sales LLC. I want to do a quick video, try to get some of this message out. And what we're going to talk about today is some of the urgency that could be out there if you're looking to transition into or out of a business in today's environment. Yes, let us say up front, there is a different level of risk associated in any type of business transaction now. So you want to know that going forward. You have to quantify that in your own way, in your own metrics, and make sure that you are analyzing that risk reward profile to see if it actually meets the objectives that you're looking to do. If that's the case and you want to move forward, there's a very important date that you want to be able to recognize. And that date is September 27th. Write that down and memorize that date. September 27th is a very important date, and here's why. The SBA has different programs that came out with the coronavirus relief effort. All of these can be seen on their website at sba.gov. I'll put the link below. A lot of people are familiar with the common programs, which are the PPP program, the Emergency Disaster Relief Program, and there's some initial forwarding of funds that can be done. But one of the programs that some people aren't aware of is there is a payment program that will allow up to 6 months of payments on SBA loans that are in good standing to be paid for. Now, this includes principal plus interest, but here's the catch. It has to be in good standing or a newly issued one that is funded and closed before September 27th of this year, 2020. This can change. As we know, all types of government programs will come, go, change, alter, pivot, depending on funding, depending on appropriations, depending on bills. There's a lot of host of factors. But once again, I'll leave the link below. Whoever you're working with, on any of your professionals, and even if you're working directly from a buyer-seller standpoint, you want to know this because it affects as a positive outcome for both the buyer and the seller. So this can benefit both points of view. Seller point of view, this enables you to know that that business is going to have 6 months with no debt payments. That enables that transition, that training and transition, and that transition period of a business to quote unquote weather a storm or go through some of those hiccups without the burden of that debt. This could be very instrumental in obtaining the financing and the required positioning on a debt acquire level to maximize that return. From a buyer point of view, your return on capital, invested capital, just changed from going from a 10-year note, which are what most SBA loans are, to a 9.5-year note, effectively knocking out 6 months of payments. This is in and of itself almost like a reduction in the purchase price, but not only the reduction in the purchase price, but also those interest payments. These programs are added to the fact that there's already a buyer's market, maybe is the best way to say it. Because of all the uncertainty, there is competition to attract a buyer to specific types of businesses. If you're out there looking, yes, I want to stress this, there is risk involved. There's more risk involved than is normal because we're dealing with a lot of unknowns. So outside of just the regular business aspects that you have in risk, you have to go with something that you really can't have a finger on or really understand fully. So that is something that you want to look at. A bit of tip, this might be hard to get, and this is not legal or accounting or advice. It's just something you might want to look into. is if you have an insurance policy, look on any business interruption coverage in there. Once again, for full disclaimer, I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not giving any insurance advice. It's just something maybe you should talk to your insurance professional about, or your legal counsel. That might give you some added protection or coverage that you might be looking for. There might be also ways to structure a deal where a lot of those items remain in place on a transfer. It does get a little bit more complex than this video is looking to address. But that's something we can talk about in another video, or please discuss this with your professional. For the topic of this video, once again, I want to stress this, is September 27th is a very, very important date. If you're looking at anything SBA related to get into or get out of a business or a business transfer. Now, with that said, keep in mind, even if you have that date set in stone, you're going to have to work backwards, because you're going to have a closing period for preparing closing documents, preparing different types of lien searches. There's a lot of host of items that go into a business sale outside of just walking in and signing some documents and handing over a check. It doesn't happen that quick. So even as quickly as possible, you're probably looking at a 30-day transition just on that part. When you add to that any type of due diligence review, which can vary depending on the level of sophistication of people that are looking at the due diligence in total, but also with the team environment that you have. So the more people, hopefully, the quicker it's going through. But that in and of itself is probably going to be another 30 to 60 days. So now we're at about 90 days. You can kind of see that window of opportunity to actually get a business under letter of intent or with an accepted offer on an asset purchase agreement is quickly closing to get this done. So I wanted to get this message out, speaking to people as much as I can during the day. I can only get so much of this wording out. If you're working with a business broker now, or anybody in the profession, or maybe you have a business attorney, or you're looking and you're negotiating, directly as a for sale by owner, or for sale or for purchase by owner, doing it direct, whatever that case is, this is important information. So I wanted to get it out. Please go to the SBA.gov website, contact your lending professional, but know that date, September 27th, and know that you have to backtrack your closing time and that due diligence. Hopefully, this gave you some good information of our current environment if you're looking to exit or enter into a business sale. If I can be of any help at all, please contact our office. You can contact us at 813-395-9552. Obviously, we're working remote. And as you can tell, we're doing it on a casual day. But hopefully the information is still value added to you. I know this is a tough time for everybody out there. So I hope that you all stay safe and you all stay positive and know that we're all in this together and we'll get through it. Once again, if I can be of any service, feel free to contact my office, and I'll leave some links below on any other information that you might need. Thank you for taking the time to view this. Please share this video, like it or don't like it, that's fine. But please get this information out to as many people as you can. Even if it's not by sharing this video, let people know about that September 27th deadline. That's very, very important for a business transfer. Once again, this is Dave Britton, Lobo Business Sales LLC, wishing all of you the best. Keep the entrepreneur spirit shining bright.